wheels and tires, and they're also taller and larger. Hey guys, welcome back to Revolution XRC. Welcome to the next part of my Axial Yeti Jr Can-Am Maverick build series. Today we're going to take a look at swapping out the wheels and tires. Now I know I mentioned that I would go over the electronics, but as it would have it, some of the parts that I need are arriving late, so I will push that off to a future video. In the meantime, let's go ahead and see what I will be replacing the wheels and tires with. Here I have a set of 4 RC 4-wheel drive Steelies, and they are wrapped in RC 4-wheel drive Mickey Thompson Baja MTZ tires. And you can see that these tires are nice and thin compared to the stock wheels and tires, and they're also taller and larger. So let's go ahead and take this one off, which I have already unscrewed. And we can take a look at the difference in size. Now, the stock wheels use countersunk screws right here. The GPM axle set, I believe the front CVD set, did come with these conical washers for countersunk screws, but the rear did not. So I only have a pair of these, where I need 4. Now the nice thing about the ones that are provided with GPM is that they have this on the other side of the washer so that it will sit in place on the wheel without sliding around too much. But since I only have 2 of them, I'll have to use some other washers that I have, conical washers that I have on hand, but these are not for countersunk screws. These are for just regular button head screws or cap head screws, whichever one you want to use. I'm going to be using button head screws, but you'll see on the other side it's just flat. So here's a closer look at the differences between the 2 conical washers. Although I would have liked to have a full set of these, unfortunately I only have a pair. So I am going to replace the rear countersunk screw here with a M3x14 button head screw, and that's what I have here. And we'll go ahead and add the washer on. Actually, let's add the wheel onto the hex first. Might be a little easier to handle. Alright, wheel number 1 is secure. You can see that's how it looks. There. Okay, let's replace the front. Now the countersunk screw in the front is a little bit shorter, so instead of an M3x14 I will be using a actually I should be using an M3x10, but I have an M3x12 here. Let me go get a couple M3x10s and we'll use that instead. You can see here the M3x10 button head is closer in length to the provided stock countersunk screw, so we'll use M3x10. And we'll add that to the front. Use another one of these conical washers and go ahead and secure that front wheel. Alright, let's repeat this for the other side. Once again, the front we'll use a M3x10. And now remove the rear. And once again, we will be using a M3x14 length for the rear. Right here, M3x14. All right, awesome. So you can see here, this is how it looks with the larger wheels and tires. This is how much ground clearance you're going to be gaining from running this. You've got that much more tire height. So let's just put this here. So look at that stock tire versus the new Mickey Thompsons. You can see these are much shorter. So we've definitely got more clearance for this Yeti Jr. Can-Am. It should help it with crawling. One thing I want to add, if you're going to add these 1.55 wheels and tire setup to your Yeti Jr., the stock wheel hexes for this are a little bit too thin, so you're going to get binding up in the front with the seat. Yeah, that's the knuckle there. These are a little bit too shallow, and what happens is the wheel will kind of bind up with the knuckle. So I created these newer wheel hexes. They're about 1 millimeter bigger or taller, and this will allow the wheel to be placed on without binding up with the knuckle. And I'll put a link in the description below on where to get these. I'll make them available on one of the 3D printing sites like Mini Factory or Thingiverse, and I'll also make them available already printed on Armory RC. So with the addition of these RC 4-wheel drive stamped wheels along with the Mickey Thompson MTZ tires, this completes this part of the Axial Yeti Junior Can-Am Maverick build series, upgrading the wheels and tires. This should definitely help it with crawlability out on the rocks with the increased tire height and an increased ground clearance. So definitely look forward to taking this out there again with this new wheel and tire setup. Next episode, I should get the parts I need in, and we'll finally go over some of the changes as far as the electronics. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates on this Axial Yeti Jr. Can-Am Maverick build series. Thanks for watching.